My name is Daniel Scott with UDAYA.com, and this is AVERAGE Joga, a series of easy-to-digest yoga tutorials for people who don't do yoga yet. Take what you like, leave what you don't, go at your own pace, and learn to build your practice from the ground up. Shoulder stands and plows. Wow, we're talking about inversions without having to put any weight on the top of our head, or in our hands, or even in our feet. Very nice. You get a lot of bang for your buck, so to speak. You don't have to do too much work in order to get there. At the same time, it does require a little bit of proper setup and alignment in order to make it happen comfortably. Now, there's the thing we don't often talk about, or maybe don't even think about as people, is that we think about our necks. But we don't think about how the neck, when it gets pressed against the ground, can actually cause a lot of pain. So when we're doing a shoulder stand, and then it's the following posture, Plow, Halasana, we tend to round the spine. There's the opportunity to push the cervical spine, which is the upper part of the spine, into the ground. This can cause a lot of pain, immediate pain, or in the long run. It's not a very good thing to get rid of that arch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to set ourselves up for success by being extremely comfortable so we can build more strength and awareness in other parts of our body to support this practice. So in order to make this next prep series work really well for you, you're going to need a prop. Thank you very much. These props are blankets, and blankets can be easily found, in the linen closet, or anywhere you keep your blankets at your place. If you don't have blankets, you got towels. If you don't have towels, I'm not going to come over to visit for the night, but I'll definitely want to be curious where I wipe my hands after I wash them. So whatever you've got, you're going to want about three good sized blankets or towels that you can have, and you're going to place them on your mat. And you're going to want a good amount of width so your whole shoulders are supported, because this is shoulder stand, right? So if you think about your upper back and your shoulders, this is going to be a nice landing pad or soft spot in which to grow from. Now, lying down onto your back right here, you're going to want to set it up that the top of the shoulders come to the edge of the blankets, and that the back of the head is resting comfortably on the ground. And then you can see, if you take your fingers and you kind of reach under the back of your neck, you can see that there's no danger of the back of the neck being pushed into the ground, or any danger of having that neck have any sort of pressure pushing straight down, because there's space under that. Now, to get into the shoulder stand, take the elbows next to the ribs, tuck the tailbone, navel lifts up and in, and it's coming in towards what you could call that bridge pose, or just trying to lift the hips. Now, some people, if you have the ability to interlace the fingers and roll the shoulders under, even better. And from here, you can even sit back down. Taking a few breaths here to open the shoulders up might be really nice to set up for shoulder stand. If you can't grab your wrists, you can keep the hands flat on the ground, sit onto them. You can grab your elbows or your forearms. You can bend like that as well. Regardless of how you get there, you're going to have to find a way to get the knees up and the hips up. So if you can lift the hips, you can take the hands up, that's fine. If you want to try to just hop the knees into the chest, even better. Pushing down through the elbows, take the hands to the sacrum, or adjust your shirt, because if you're sweaty, your hands will slip. Take the hands to the sacrum, let the knees hang over the eyes. Now, right here, you can see my shoulders are evenly across the top of the blanket. My elbows are down. I'm taking weight into my triceps. My heels are hanging in. My hips are up. Feels great. My neck feels nice. Don't rock it from side to side or up or down too much, but you should feel very little pressure, if any. It's mostly up in where the neck meets the shoulders. Now, from here, you can start to lift the legs up. And if you lift the legs up and the toes are over the eyes, that's fine, but you can even try to lean the heels back and push the hips forward, and then readjust the hands a little higher on the back. So this shoulder stand isn't just weight only in the shoulders. You're resting the hips and the sacrum into the hands. This right here can be a very calm and relaxing place to be, and feel free to take as much time as you want. You can have the knees in, you can have the legs up. If it's too much there and you want to let the butt hang back and the legs hang forward, there's this thing called Viparita Karani, which I learned as the queen of all inversions. It's a very nice way to sort of take a lot of the pressure out of the shoulders and neck and still hang. Now, if, if all else fails and you're not feeling super comfortable, slide your butt up against the wall and just put your legs up against the wall, and it's called legs up against the wall pose. Super cool. Now, shoulder stand, Viparita Karani, whatever you want to call this little knees hanging in, this is a really nice place to be. But if you extend the legs over the head, you can start going towards plow. Now, plow is when the toes can start going towards the ground. The hips stay in the hands. The shoulders want to relax, but at the same time, the shoulder blades want to stay engaged so you don't feel the spine collapse. If you're able to let the legs hang, great. If not, you can always keep the knees into the chest, the heels by the butt, and just hang out there. When it's time to come down, either from sweatiness or just you're tired of being here, release the hands from the hips and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, keeping the chin tucked. You can roll right off those blankets, knees to the forehead, hang out there, and then you can lower the feet down, relax the chest, let the chin stay lifted and arms out to the side. It's actually quite comfortable. All this to be said, these blankets are really, really nice to set up for what should be a therapeutic pose. If shoulder stand is a lot of work and there's a lot of fight, it's not worth trying to fight through something just to find 2 seconds of what you perceive as comfort. Start soft, start slow, start easy, and build from there. You can always build forward from this nice beginning spot, but once you go to the harder edge, your ego is not going to want to dial it back. So if you give yourself the benefit of starting out easy, you might be surprised with what you find over time. So, how'd all that land for you? Hopefully, it sparked a fire. And if you're looking to fan the flame, head over to UDAYA.com and enter the promo code AVERAGE JOGA. Joga. You're going to have access to a lot more classes from myself and a host of amazing teachers from around the world of all shapes, styles, and colors. By all means, let this serve as a great foundation to build a home practice on that you can have for the rest of your life. Enjoy.